Khairy keeps everyone guessing on his political comeback. Bersatu says no second chances for sacked members, and 22 JSPH followers jailed and fined for joining an unlawful group. All that and more coming up. Khairy Jamaluddin's comeback rumors just won't quit, but he's keeping everyone guessing. The former minister and Rambau MP said he would announce his decision on his rumored return to UMNO in due course. Speaking to reporters on the sidelines of a forum in Kuala Lumpur, Khairy said he would make the announcement to the media when the time comes.
Saya dah maklum tadi, nanti bila dah tiba masanya, bila untuk saya buat satu pengumuman dan keputusan, saya akan maklum kepada pihak media. Ya? Okey. Saya tak pasti lagi, tak pasti.
On October 30th, reports claimed that former Health Minister Khairy Jamaluddin was set to return to UMNO before the Sabah state election on November 29th. Citing unnamed sources, Berita Harian reported that the former Rambau MP had received the blessing of UMNO's top leadership, especially party president Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. According to the report, Zahid supposedly gave the nod to Khairy, now a Hot FM radio host, during a wedding he attended last Sunday. However, on November 4th, Zahid clarified that UMNO has not discussed Khairy's return. Zahid confirmed that he did meet Khairy at the wedding, but said no discussions about politics took place. Did Bersatu really plan to give suspended leaders a second chance? The party says absolutely not. Bersatu says it's not offering any leniency to members punished by the party's disciplinary board, despite reports suggesting otherwise. The party's information chief, Tun Faisal Ismail Aziz, said talk of Bersatu giving chances to expelled or suspended leaders is false and misleading. He clarified that the issue wasn't discussed at all during the party's Supreme Council meeting on November 4th. Tun Faisal pointed to Clause 22.6 of Bersatu's constitution, which allows any member found guilty by the disciplinary board to submit an appeal within a set time. He explained that the appeals board will handle those appeals according to the powers granted by the party's own rules. The denial came after reports claimed that Muhyiddin Yassin had agreed to appoint Noh Omar as head of a consultative council. According to that report, Noh allegedly suggested that all disciplinary actions be reviewed and nullified. The speculation follows recent party turmoil. Bersatu suspended Machang MP Wan Ahmad Faisal Wan Ahmad Kamal and sacked Tasik Gelugor MP Wan Saiful Wan Jan on October 14th. 4 other division chiefs were also expelled. It's believed the punishments were linked to efforts to pressure Muhyiddin into handing over leadership to his deputy Hamzah Zainuddin. Should the government really appeal a court ruling that found it responsible for 2 men's disappearances? Petaling Jaya MP Lee Chien Chung has joined growing calls for the government to drop its appeal against High Court rulings that found Putrajaya and the police liable for the enforced disappearances of Raymond Kaur and Amri Chepmat. Lee warned that the Attorney General's chambers move to appeal could erode public trust in a government that claims to uphold compassion, respect, and trust. Lee also noted that the world is watching Malaysia's response, urging Putrajaya to act with conscience, integrity, and respect for justice. He described the verdict as a moral and legal milestone, showing that Malaysian courts are finally willing to hold the state accountable for inaction and silence. The High Court ruling on November 5th had ordered the police to reopen investigations and submit updates every 2 months. The government and police were found liable for both disappearances. Attorney General Dusuki Mokhtar has confirmed that the AGC will appeal, arguing the High Court erred in its findings, and said the government will also seek a stay on the daily payment order to Kaur's family. Former Swaram Director Kwa Kia Sung had earlier blasted the appeal move, calling it an act that protects institutional impunity. From now on, you can also listen to Kini News on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. What happens when a business group strays so far it ends up on the wrong side of the law? JSB Holdings Sendirian Berhad CEO Nasiruddin Ali and 21 others have been sentenced to 15 months in jail and 4,500 ringgit in fines each after admitting they were members of an unlawful organization. High Court Judge Latifah Tahar delivered the sentence after all 22 accused pleaded guilty to alternative charges under Section 43 of the Societies Act 1966. The charge framed under Section 43 of the Societies Act carries a jail term not exceeding 3 years or a maximum 5,000 ringgit fine or both upon conviction. The sentences take effect from their date of arrest in 2024. During mitigation, defense lawyer Rosli Kamaruddin told the court the accused had repented and acknowledged that they had deviated from Ahli Sunnah wal Jama'ah teachings. Earlier, Nasiruddin, his wife Azura Yusof, and 20 others were charged at the Selayang Sessions Court under Section 130V(1) of the Penal Code, which carries 5 to 20 years jail for organized crime. However, they later sent a representation letter to the Attorney General's chambers on May 26, asking for the charge to be reduced to 1 under the Societies Act. Their proposal was accepted, leading to the lesser charge and today's sentencing. Meanwhile, according to the lawyers, all JSB Holdings members who pleaded guilty will be freed today, as they've already served their jail terms since the date of their arrest. Did the Romans really learn shipbuilding from the Malays? One IIUM lecturer said yes, and now the university is doing damage control. The International Islamic University Malaysia says it regrets a misleading statement made by one of its academics, clarifying that it was purely a personal opinion. IIUM didn't name the academic, but the statement came after Arabic language lecturer Dr. Soleha Yaqub claimed in a viral lecture that the Romans learned shipbuilding from the Malays. The university said it values academic freedom, but added that public statements must be made responsibly, backed by academic accuracy, and aligned with professional standards. It said the university is reviewing the lecturer's statements internally and will take appropriate action based on existing procedures. IIUM also revealed that it had previously cautioned the lecturer to be more responsible when sharing her views on academic matters. The claim triggered widespread backlash, including from the IIUM Academic Staff Association, which urged the university to act quickly, warning the remarks could damage its reputation. This isn't the first controversy involving the same lecturer. Last year, she reportedly suggested that Prophet Muhammad's wife, Siti Khadijah, might have come from the Malay realm. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil says his ministry will summon Meta for a full explanation following a Reuters report claiming the company profited from fraudulent and scam advertisements.
Saya kesal laporan ini keluar semalam kerana pasukan MCMC dan juga NFCC, JSJK, JSJ, NSRC baru selesai sesi dengan Meta di Singapura. Tapi sudah pasti laporan yang sebenarnya sangat menggemparkan ini akan kita teliti dan menjadi asas untuk kita memanggil pihak Meta memberi penjelasan penuh.
The Reuters report revealed that Meta projected 10% of its 2024 revenue would come from ads promoting scams or banned goods. According to the documents, Meta's platforms show users an estimated 15 billion scam ads per day, while even charging higher rates to some suspected rogue advertisers. Fahmi said that MCMC had spent what he described as the equivalent of 22 years' worth of work submitting takedown requests to Meta. He also stressed that once the Online Safety Act comes into force, digital platforms like Meta will be legally required to comply with regulations, and if they refuse, legal action can be taken against them. The High Court recently ruled that the government and police are liable for the disappearances of Pastor Raymond Kaw and activist Amri Chetmat, but the Attorney General's chambers isn't agreeing with that decision and plans to file an appeal. The AGC also wants to delay the court's order requiring the government to pay 10,000 ringgit per day to Kaw's family until he's found. The decision has sparked debate, and we asked what you think. Here's how over 1,000 voters responded. 58% say the government is right to appeal to uphold legal principles. 27% called the move disappointing, saying it ignores the family's pain. 13% believe both sides have valid arguments and deserve fair review. And a few shared other views in the comments. So what do you think? Is the government defending the law or dodging accountability? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.